Okay. Just waiting for folks to come on in here. I know y'all wasn't expecting me. So we gonna come and talk about what happened on Bold today. We're gonna talk about what happened on Bold today. I just saw the notification go out from YouTube. So let's see who strolls on over. Because we got to talk about it. I'm going to give it a few minutes. Let me see if I can. Hey, Dewan. You the first one here. I know it's not a regularly scheduled live, but I just had to go live to talk about what happened today. So the notification just went out from YouTube. I just saw it. So I'm waiting for folks to stroll in. Hey, Melissa. Hey. Listen, we got to talk about Miss Hope Logan. Okay, there we go. Everybody's starting to come on in. Hey, FLA Sunshine. Welcome. Listen, for those already in the chat, tell me what you guys thought about what Hope had to say about being considered the younger version of Brooke. Hey, Crockpot Queen. What did y'all think about what she had to say? I couldn't believe. Yeah, let us talk. Let's talk. Hey, Jay, there's my mod. One of my moderators. Hey, Sally. Taylor and Thomas was so touching. I know, right? Oh, I didn't, you know what? I normally do a recap and, let you guys just watch it whenever. But I said I'm going to come on and chat about this one. I know y'all were looking for my recap video, but I'm like, we going to talk. What'd you say? Dewan said, I saw the name Taylor and I heard it. I know. I'm glad Tay Tay is back. They need to keep her. So we're going to start with this storyline, and then I guess we're going to talk about Deacon and Sheila. Because Sheila decided to say yes to the dress, or say yes to Deacon, or say yes to the mess, or whatever. I like She-Con. I'm sorry. I know I have an unpopular opinion, but I am a She-Con fan. I mean, I just think he said it perfectly, but we'll talk about that later. Hey, Christine. Hey, Black. Listen, Black Seductress Taylor, she is telling the absolute truth about Hope. I already thought Taylor was being a simp before. Really? Simping for who? Melissa said, I think Hope just said to bother Taylor. She's sick of everyone sticking her nose where it belongs. Okay, well, here's my issue with this. If you don't want people to know what you're doing, don't be at work in an office building where there's hundreds of, maybe even thousands of people in the building that they can catch the CEO's son and his fiance's daughter together in the design room. If you don't want everybody all up in your business, don't be bringing your business to public places like work. Even though I'm a Thope fan, don't get it twisted. I am a Thope fan. However, I mean, how you gonna get mad? Y'all unlocked the door. The door was unlocked. Taylor wouldn't have been able to walk in and catch anything if you had to lock the darn door. Hope is Brooke for real. I mean, the way she described it, she says that I am trying to feel and learn myself. And I'm still trying to figure out, and I'm feeling some kind of way about Liam being with Steffy. Why do you care? Why do you care, Hope? I mean, seriously, why do you care about Liam and you? It's over. You gave him the divorce papers. So cut it out. I think Thomas was being a simp for Hope. Okay, Dewan, gotcha. That makes more sense. J Money said, it makes Hope look like she's ashamed or embarrassed. Exactly, J Money. The way she's acting. She is. I mean, you had this whole awakening the week of July 10th. And this is a man that only has eyes for me. Okay, so if Thomas only has eyes for you, and you know Liam has eyes for you and Steffy, why do you feel some kind of way about Liam and how he feels? Because you want a man that only have eyes for you, which is Thomas Forrester. That doesn't make sense to me. But I agree with I totally agree with you, J Money. Melissa says, I thought it was funny when Red said, honey, nobody wants you and Thomas together. That was hilarious. I was like, whoa. I heard him say that too. Hashtag free passions hostage Thomas Forrester from the succubus Hope Logan Spencer. Hope admitted that she's Brooke Jr. Thomas is too good to be chasing after a Logan hussy like Hope. Yeah, you know what? She turned me off with that whole thing today. And here's the thing. Thomas admitted to his mom that he is looking to hoping to have a future with her. She done already told him, I can't give you that right now. He done told this girl, I love you. I'm going to love you to the end of time. You know, I'm in love with you. And then she told him several times, I'm not in love with you. I'm just having fun right now. And I, don't have any expectations. Are you okay with this? Are you okay with this? Are you okay with this, Thomas? Are you okay with this, Thomas? Are you sure? And then he tells his mom, I'm planning on a future with Hope. And did you see Hope's eyes when Taylor told her that? When Taylor told her that, and Taylor was like, oh, you didn't know that, huh? Do you realize Thomas said that he has feelings for you? Oh, you didn't know that, huh? Oh, okay. And Hope had a look in her eyes like, wait a minute. What do you mean? Feelings for me? I thought he was okay with what we just doing right now. Then, okay, Hope also turns around and decides to throw it in Taylor's face about being back and forth in between with Ridge. She did it to her mom, and then she turned around and she threw it in Taylor's face too. About you should know all about having divided feelings. This ain't about her. This is about you and her. This is about her son and you. Don't try to deflect, Hope. See, Hope is getting on my nerves just a little bit. Just a little bit. J Money spot on. The one Hope is a you know what. Sunshine said Thomas is really going to break Hope's heart. You think so? Breaks Hope's heart? I think it's the other way around. J Money says, and it's crazy that Brooke damn near looks supportive of Thomas and Hope today because her feelings toward Taylor and wanted to make sure Taylor didn't blame Hope for anything. Oh yeah, we're going to talk about that part, Jay. I hope Thomas back off. Sunshine said, me too, Sally. Gabe, hi Gabe. Hope hasn't filed those divorce papers because that's what I said on my live that we did on Friday. Hope has not. They are still very married. Very married. And here's the thing. I'm curious about the conversation that's going to happen with Finn later this week. Because Hope is going to confide in Finn about Thomas and Liam. I know one thing. Finn better tell Hope everything. But we won't touch that until the episode actually comes out. And I think it's either Thursday and Friday. So later this week. But I agree, Gabe. They're still legally married. She haven't filed them papers. What are you waiting on? What you get the papers for? What you get those papers for? I mean, seriously. Hope needs to be without Thomas and be distraught. Taji McAdoo says, I think Hope said that just to bother Taylor because she was feeling cornered, like she likes what she's doing. Listen, words have power, okay? I mean, words have power just as much as the words that Thomas is saying have power too. By you continue to tell yourself, I'm going to have a future with somebody that has specifically said with their own words, I'm not in love with you right now. And Taylor is reading it like she's reading it from man. Like she is just reading hope right out of her own book. She said it to Brooke and Ridge. Yeah, Brooke and Ridge. She said it to Brooke and Ridge. She also said it to Hope herself. Like, look, are you playing around with my son's feelings? Are you serious? He's serious. He's all in. He loves you. I know he loves you. He said he want a future with you. You don't know that. Even though she knows the fact of what she told him and what he said that he could accept. That man is fooling himself. Now, if I was Thomas, or I have a son, he's an adult, and I had this conversation on the live, I would have told him, look, son, I can't tell you what to do. Just like, Taylor couldn't tell Thomas what to do. Thomas gonna do what Thomas do. But my suggestion is you need to take a step back and let her figure that out. Because here's the problem with this. While she's trying to figure out herself, and while he's sitting up there falling deeper and deeper and deeper in love with this girl, what if she does take the divorce papers and not rip them up and go running back to Liam the moment Liam says, you know what, Hope, let's work it out for the sake of the kids. She will be gone. She'll have to deal with taking a step back on the level of sex she was getting because it's not the same as Liam's. But anyway, but the thing is, Thomas shouldn't have never got involved. I know it's a soap opera, so before we go there, it's just a soap. Yeah, I know it's a soap, but we're just talking. This is convo, okay? The thing is, though, is that this man is falling for her. He claimed he can handle it. No, you can't, Thomas. You can't handle it. Why? You still thinking about having a future with somebody that's telling you right now in this moment, I don't want a future with you. I'm just having fun. I'm not in love with you. And the divorce papers are still haven't been filed. So, okay, Jay said this story needs another woman to show interest in Thomas for Hope to realize she could be using and profess her love. I totally agree with that. I think she need Thomas, you know what, instead of him saying the way they got this guy written, unfortunately, is crazy to me right now. As much as I love the two of them together and the chemistry that they have on scene, the whole reality of this particular plot line is just not a good idea. Because I'm telling you, if the shoe was on the other foot, people would be saying, that man is just using you. He's using you. Red flag. Run, girl, run. But because, yeah. Okay. But I honestly agree with that. They made Thomas like, yeah, we can do something casual as long as we protect ourselves. And then, if you're going to not be serious about me, I'm going to keep my options open too. But that goes against him being a one-woman man. See, they wrote his script and his storyline over the past year or two, or the 4 years that he's been on the show and been, wanting to be with Hope, is that he's a one-woman man. So it'd be kind of, I guess, twisting the plot line if we threw another woman in there, even though I know we wish we would, but he's always been talking about he's a one-woman man. So if he goes out there and start dating other people, the problem with that is that now she'll be looking at him like she's looking at Liam. A divided heart. You don't only want me. Dude, Hope, you want this man's entire attention. But you don't want to meet him halfway by saying, okay, I want to give you a relationship. He's willing to give you that, but but it's up to Thomas whether or not he wants to accept that behavior. So it's on him. It's on him. Jennifer says Liam was the one with the divorce papers. No. She, on the week of July 10th, after having that 4-day sex session that we saw, that Friday, the next morning, She asked him, is there any way we can work out this marriage? He said no. She pulled those divorce papers out of her purse. And then we got that whole scene where they were, crying, and Liam walked out the door with tears and all this kind of stuff. No. She brought those papers. She had them drawn up. They were in her purse. She pulled them out and gave it to him the day after that whole 4-day escapade. Melissa says maybe they filed divorce papers off screen. I don't think so. They're still up in the air because the last conversation that they had a few weeks ago was with Brooke saying, you haven't filed the divorce papers yet. Maybe there's a chance. So, let's see. Hope she needs to leave Thomas alone. Let him find the right woman. She's all about him. Yep, I agree, Black. Sally's off topic, but Reese looks so much better. I like them glasses on Thorsten K. When I saw the spoilers for last week, when they gave us the promo for last week, and I saw him with those glasses, I'm like, look at Thorsten K. Thorsten K looked good with those glasses on. I thought they were cool too, Sally. Danae said, I think Steffy is more like Brooke than Hope. Yeah, we've said that on the live chat, so I agree with you on that too. I agree, Thomas should have never slept with her. Yep, that's true. Hope wants Liam as a husband, but Thomas as a side piece. That's a good point, Gabe. That is a good point. Nico, I agree with my great commentator. Thank you. Thomas should have never got involved with Brooke 3.0. Hopeless Hope. I told throw up is not going to last. Thomas needs to be with Paris. I haven't seen Paris or Zende in a while. I'm wondering if they're going to even bring them back, Nico. Crockpot Queen says she doesn't have much of a conscience because she knows his head is messed up. Why would she even go? Yeah, when you got somebody, that's just like, do you remember Family Matters? And you had Steve Urkel, a young Steve Urkel, and a Laura, what was her last name? I forgot her last name. If y'all remember, drop it in the comment. But Steve and Laura. It took Steve 8 years to get that girl to say, I'll marry you. That was the last episode where she turned down Stefan and ended up with Steve after both of them proposed to her. But imagine if, I remember the one of the beginning episodes where they had to play married in a class. That boy was so excited. He was like planning children and everything else and all this. I don't know if you guys remember that particular episode. It was back in the probably mid 90s. Tell you about my age, right? But anyway, when they had a class assignment about being married and the teacher put those two together, Laura did not want to be with him because she knew by giving him any attention, it was going to take him to a whole nother level. Which it did. He was planning families, planning financial planning. That episode was hilarious. So for Hope to know that Thomas is in that state of mind, this man told you he's in love with you, and you still go for it just by him saying that he's okay with it? No. I don't think he's making a decision through his emotions and not looking at this logically to say, hey, this girl could walk tomorrow and I'll be heartbroken. And she could go back to the one man who she said that she didn't want to be a part of divided attentions from. Somebody got to put that in the back of his mind. I know what I'm doing. No, you don't, Thomas. If you did, you wouldn't be professing love and planning futures with this girl. Not right now. She said, let's take it a day at a time and go slow. You planning 30 years down the road. You got a whole family, all this kind of stuff. Plus, she don't even want people to know y'all together. Now, if y'all want to do y'all creeping thing, hey, That's on them. But when you got two people, and she's telling everybody that they're on the same page. No, you're not on the same page. Nobody's leading the other person on. Nobody's doing this. Nobody's doing that. Sure, Hope. Keep telling yourself that. Thomas, keep telling yourself that. Alright, let's see. I think Liam already suspected there's someone more than just a kiss. He told White and Bill the less he knew about Hope and Thomas, the better off he'd be. Again, Liam, you're after Steffy. Why do you care? Gabe says being married to Liam won't stop Hope from creeping. She wants to be Brooke Jr. Hey, she admitted it. Hope was really enjoying Thomas' one-eyed monster. She only did that out of revenge against Thomas for interfering with Hope and Liam's marriage. Okay. Jay says, yes, he's been ridden into a corner because of the profound loyalty to Hope. He always said he's a one-woman man, and that woman is Hope, so he is willing to accept Hope any way he can have her. You are absolutely correct, Jay. Jennifer said, dang, I didn't realize my comment was jacked up. Liam told them at Beth's party that he had them in the car. Oh, okay. Yes, Hope. Black said, yes, Hope, she had the divorce papers. Yes, she did. Jennifer said, I recalled that scene, but if you go back and look at Beth's party episode, he was telling them he still had the papers in the car. Yeah, but they're not legal until they're filed with the state. So he could have a copy that they both sign, but if they're not filed, it's not recorded. If they don't go to the court and go to the state and the state dissolve the marriage, the dissolution of a marriage is what is called by the state and the courts. If they don't go and have that actually filed, they're still married, whether they sign the documents or not. Because if they don't take it to the courts and they rip them papers up, they're still married. They're still married. Hope is so messed up. Douglas is involved. Yeah, and Douglas is trying to hook them two up. Jay says, I've never seen a show make major things so minor. The kisses between Liam and Steffy never came out. And the divorce papers for Liam and Hope has not been filed on screen. Those are two major things. I agree. I have a feeling them kisses are going to come out. Now, there's a spoiler that's circulating about the fact that somebody is going to hear some information eavesdropping. So, if we get Liam and Wyatt back on screen talking, and they get into this whole conversation, and especially if Sheila hears it, because now Sheila is going to be the wife of the owner if it gets to that far, but she's engaged to the owner of that restaurant. She's going to be around there ear hustling. I know that's the spoiler. I don't know if it's particular to them, but I could see that as a possibility. You know what I mean? So I don't know, Jay. It might come out if somebody overhears it. It was in the episode of Beth's birthday. He told her he was driving around with the car. So, yes, Hope have him. But after they signed, Liam had him. Taji says, if it's physical with Thomas, would Hope be satisfied with a little puke waffle boy version of lovemaking? Hope would have to settle for less because Thomas was putting Hope out. I know, Taji. That's what I was saying earlier. Now, if she's claiming that, you know what, I'm going to put my feelings aside and I'm going to go back for the sake of my family with Beth and Liam, yeah, she's going to have to turn down the furnace down below, hoping that, she ain't going to be thinking about Thomas. Winslow, thank you guys. Thank you. The Winslows. Jay says, if Hope doesn't commit to Thomas, I want to see Thomas in a relationship with Bridget. I have always felt that could make a heavy potential, and that would be absolutely Yeah. Urkel and Laura were definitely in game. Yeah, it took them 8 years to get there. Cheryl says, Hope is not in love with Thomas. She's turned on by the obsession with her and the fact that he only loves her. And did you hear Taylor, you guys, say the whole comment about wanting the bad boy? You know, because there's a whole opposite effect when it comes to Thomas and Liam. Thomas is this guy who, well, he's a waffle boy. Okay, we ain't gonna forget that. But outside of that, he's the guy who's health conscious. He's I think he's vegan or vegetarian. He's always talking about eating tofu, and you know, he's not like his dad Bill, where he would get involved in some scandalous coup or take over a company. Last time he did that, he got knocked out by Bill, you know, so he's the opposite. Thomas is a risk taker. Liam is only risky when it comes to these two women, but everything else in his life, he's pretty like, he tried to stay on the straight and narrow. You know what I mean? So I think that's a part of it too. She liked that dark side of Thomas. Okay, Thomas. Oh, Nico said Thomas' relationship with Bridget. Oh, no. He said, oh, hell no. Thomas needs to be with a new woman or Paris. I think they should bring on somebody new. Black said, I remember the episode pretending they were married. Yes. Urkel and... If you hear that background, there's a train that's by my house. So that's what that noise is. Hold on. I might be able to close the window. So give me a sec. Because it can get pretty loud, you guys. Okay. Yeah, there's a train stop not far from my house, you guys. So I want to make sure y'all hear that in the background. Okay. Okay, Candy Bean says, J Money, the only one making sense in this silly cat session about what is important, like those kisses and the divorce papers in Liam's possession. Right. Exactly. Black says, Thomas, he already tried to get with Paris. She turned him down. Yeah, I agree. He's looking through a glass eyes. Danae. Cheryl said, my concern for Thomas is what will happen if Hope decides to end things. Exactly. Because if in his head he's planning for a future, like he told his mom today, what does that mean in regards to, you know, if it don't work out? If you plan something and it don't work out, you're going to be disappointed. Why plan something when somebody said, it's almost like say, hey, I want to plan a party. And the other person involved said, well, let's just go out to dinner tonight. I don't think we should plan a whole party. I'm not ready for that. It's too much. We don't need to do. We'll just go out to dinner. And just keep it at a dinner. Nothing big. We'll eat dinner and we'll go home. And then you go tell your friends or your family, guess what? I'm planning a party. They're going to be looking like, but she said y'all only having dinner. Or he said, y'all only having dinner. Why are you planning for something bigger? Something down the road. This might not happen. They're not interested right now. So, that's how I see it. Let's see. Hope is not... ID. Hey, ID. Hope is not in respecting Taylor with a smug face as she walked out the door today. Oh, yeah, that's crazy. Taji said, hey, soap dish lady. I saw some spoiler that say Thomas finds a new lady. And there was something about Thomas and Luna. What do you think? Ooh, I got to do some research on that, Taji. Listen, if you guys find little spoilers, articles, things like that, go over to my Instagram and shoot them over in my DMs. And make sure, because sometimes I get spam over there. So, if I see spam, I'm going to automatically delete it or the system is going to catch it. But if you say, hey, spoiler slash lead or something like that, I want to do some investigation in that one, Taji. So, yeah, go over to my Instagram. Follow me over there if you have not. And then if you come across some articles or some hot spoilers or something, I'll check it out and see, if I can verify, clarify, and validate it. Okay? But I'll check into that, Taji. Nico said, well, Taylor should not give up on showing Thomas some sense. Hope is deliberately leading Thomas on. I totally agree. Taylor needs to stick around for her son. Candy Bean says, but of course you cats make Hope the source of all the chaos on this male-identified show. I don't know what that means. Well, I mean, okay, so let's kind of break that down. I don't know about the second half on the male-identified show. Maybe kind of clarify that's part of the statement. But Hope is the source. I mean, Thomas was minding his business. He was there in Rome helping everything out. She's the one from June, I think the end of May, because I got all of the clips on my Instagram Reels going back to May, where she's fantasizing about this man. She actually was fantasizing about Thomas while sleeping with Liam. I speak with what is given. You know, this is not me just making something up, trying to push the blame. If we go back and verify and look at the episodes coming from May moving forward to the July 10th week, or the Rome week, which was the week of the 3rd of July, okay? From May and June, she was the one that was fantasizing about somebody else outside of her husband. She was the one that was sleeping with her husband while fantasizing about Thomas. She was the one in San Francisco giving him the googly eyes, touching his hands. He's trying to figure this out, like, what is wrong with you? Even Steffy picked up on it before the whole situation happened and called her out on it. Her mom picked up the vibes and talked to her. She tried to say, no, I'm in love with my husband. I don't know that I don't like Thomas. I don't have feelings for him. And then she finally briefly admitted to her mom. Remember that? Okay, I'm going down the timeline, which leads us to Rome. She was up fantasizing about. She'd been fantasizing for weeks up to that point about being in Rome and having this romance. We had the disco lights and the fan with her hair blown back and Thomas laying on his back and the candles in the background. All that is on my Instagram. Okay? And then get to Rome. She caught up in the moment and she kisses Thomas. Thomas is looking like a deer in headlights, and so is Liam, who was about to surprise her in Rome. Yeah. And then she tells Thomas when they get back on the plane, what happened in Rome, stay in Rome. Remember that? Yep. She's also controlling how this relationship goes. I don't want to, this is here's the terms. Can you take it or leave it? He's going along for the ride. So, I'm going to put that out there. And that goes to this next slide that I'm about to post with Brooke and Hope. Because Brooke was sitting up there trying to tell Ridge, I'm going to make sure that Taylor know that it is not Hope's fault. She's not the perpetrator of this. Oh, she started it for 2023. Now, granted, this man got kicked out the company. He almost lost his job. He begged for his job back. He went through therapy. That was November sweeps. The whole fashion show. She went back to her husband. She told Thomas to stop. Thomas did the whole thing with the CPS call. That had nothing to do with Hope. That was about him and Brooke. So, I mean, yeah. I just got to put it out there that this year, back in May, moving forward this summer love, it was initiated by Hope. Okay. All right, I'm going to stop with the monologue right there. Okay. But I don't understand, what is the male identified thing? Something. Okay, so Melissa, I know that, but I'm saying they haven't been filed yet. That's wild for the show not to be dealing with it. Yeah, those papers are still floating through the air. They're not anybody's court system or in the court of public records is what they usually call it. Steffy used to say hope would be the hope from the future. The wine. You funny. I know y'all got a ton of comments. I'm trying to get through most of them. I don't want to. Usually, if I have a co-host or two, we'll have a conversation. But I'm talking individually with you guys. Black says, Hope is kind of getting on my nerves. I don't want Thomas hurt. I don't blame you. If Finn doesn't set Hope straight, she will go back to Liam. She is not over him by her facial expressions. Exactly. I think so too. Why would you keep asking a man, are you willing to fix this marriage? What do you think? Do you think we can have another chance? Yeah. Now, Nico said, now Thomas, after he grieves over Hope, needs to get full custody of Douglas back from Hope. I doubt if that happens. He's simping too hard right now. He ain't gonna do that. I'm a Thomas fan. Please give him a love interest. Taji, I was enjoying Thope, but I'm on the fence right now. I mean, the scenes together are good, but outside the bedroom scenes, it's a hot mess. Jay said, you would think Thomas is Bill's son by just looking. He's tall, strong like Bill, dark hair, goatee, both bad boys. You'd think Liam and Ridge were. Yeah, remember I thought that when Liam's paternity test came in question, who was that? It was between Bill and Thorne. And Bill was the winner chicken dinner. Get Liam a boo hotter. Like, I miss Ivy. They need to bring Ivy back. I thought Ivy was really cool. She's a pretty girl. I love her accent too. From Australia. Yep, Hope targeted Thomas just like Mama, Beth, Brooke, and her sisters targeted all the Forrester men. Every Logan has a clause in the Forrester men. Yes, what it look like. Cheryl said that's what Jack and Diane should have done. Why not praying a quiet dinners? Listen, that whole party is coming up at the end of this week, and it's like, why? Don't nobody really, they don't like Diane like that. They're tolerating Diane, and you gonna have a whole party? Them people coming to dress up and get the free food. That's what they coming for. They don't care about Diane and Jack getting married. Gabe said Ridge can't stand Hope. He always finds a way to put on blast or shade to her face. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm wondering why these two are not talking about their wedding. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, Brooke and Ridge are supposed to be getting married. Brooke was supposed to be designing her own wedding dress. They haven't even talked about that. Dewan says, between this channel and SD, you ladies cover everything. Yep. Taji says, I like the classes on Ridge. Oh, glasses. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was like, glasses. I like the glasses on Ridge. They look good on him, but Ridge get on my nerves. Hey, listen, one of my moderators / fill-in co-hosts call him Pine Cone Poppy. None other than Bree. Bree called him Pine Cone Poppy. Nico said, no, Paris did not turn Thomas down. Thomas refused himself to pursue Paris based on the relationship with Zende. That's why he moved out and gave Paris his apartment. I forgot about that. That is true. Taji said, I hope Finn get rid of Sheila. What's interesting, just as a spoiler alert, Deacon is going to be very instrumental in getting Finn and Sheila relationship together. So, just put that out there. She want those fingers in her mouth. Dewan, you and J Money, y'all are hilarious. Cheryl say, yes, she's talking the whole truth, nothing but the truth. I watched some of the same episodes. Logan Logic. Yeah, and see, that's why I put a lot of stuff on my Instagram Reels and on TikTok. It's been more on Instagram than my TikTok. Because those little clips, when people say, well, no, this didn't happen, I say, here's the clip. Here's the episode. There you go right there. Just like people were saying that Sheila shot Steffy first. And I'm like, no, Steffy shot Sheila first back in 2017. That whole clip when, lame-o waffle boy Liam was yelling she got a pew-pew. Steffy pulled out her pew-pew and shot Sheila when she was just going to her purse to get something else. It wasn't no pew-pew. People watch out. Hope next pursuit would be Finn. It wouldn't surprise me. Especially if they make a triangle where, she go after Steffy's husband, especially if those two get back together. Yeah. DeJuan said, yep, Hope fantasizing like she was Beyonce. I know she was. The whole montage. Her hair was blowing. They had the fan on her with these disco lights and this music in the background. And, we'll see Thomas laying on his back looking up at her. And it was this dark room with these castle-like candles in the background. I'm like, girl, please, your whole fantasy is something out of a romance novel. But what you say, DeJuan, it's like Beyonce. When Brooke had first busted Hope and Thomas, Hope said that she was following her heart. Hope isn't talking that way anymore. They kind of switched it. So I see what you're saying, because in the beginning it was all about, oh my God, I have this awakening and I know what to do and I need to be with a man who loves only me and I choose you, Thomas. Remember that? Week of July 10th. And then they flipped the script because we hadn't seen Hope and Thomas for like a month. We didn't see them anymore till like the end of August. Right? And then now it's this whole friends with benefits type thing or situationship that she's trying to create. You know what I mean? So, it was just the truth. Hope is playing Thomas. Taji said, when is Finn gonna knock little puke waffle boy out? I'm tired of him. The nerve Finn. You know what? That's what I'm saying. I mean, first of all, you kiss my wife not once, not twice. Now, part of that, I got to put some accountability on Steffy with that, too. He shouldn't have kissed that man's wife, his ex. At the same time, I understand she put some boundaries, but that man still kept coming over to Eric's house, professing his love. She was downstairs in her nightwear. She's been like, dude, go home. It's time to go to bed. I can't let you. I'm a married woman. I'm walking around this house in my nightwear on while you sitting up there. All we saw was, the cameras in Jacqueline's face, meaning Steffy's face, and her eyes get real big as if she can't believe that Liam is saying this. And I'm like, do you realize who you're dealing with? This is the same man who walked out on you, and you were on your knees begging him at his pants leg not to leave. You should have kicked that dude so far out the door. I mean, honestly, I think Finn, the issue is of course Finn and trying to figure out this whole biological son-mother connection, which is hard because, Sheila is Sheila. Sheila is a villain. She's always been the villain. 30 years across 2 shows, so that hasn't changed. And of course the Forresters don't want that. They don't want that. The Spencers don't want it. They wanted her gone. And Bill and Ridge screwed that up. But there's no way you should be talking to your ex. Let me figure out things with my husband first. But again, wouldn't make good drama for TV, right? But let me figure out things with my husband. He's going through this thing with his mama. And we got these kids. We got to figure this out. I just had a baby by him 2 years ago. We still got a toddler in the house. We need to figure this out. Don't come over here when I'm in my nightwear. Go home. And she did send him home, but it took, I think we had 3 days in a row of Liam all up in her face. So. Let me see where I'm at. Hope do not love Thomas. She needs to be with Beth, her daughter. Yeah, where is Beth? I think Beth and Douglas, we saw Douglas, but I think Beth is away at some type of boarding school or something, the way they got that written. I don't know. Melissa said, that is something that Brooke want. Do she hate Thomas too much for that? I'm trying to get the clarity in your statement, Melissa. I know sometimes autocorrect can do some crazy things, but that is something that Brooke want. Is that something? Okay, I got it. Is that something that Brooke wants do she hate Thomas too much for that? Brooke doesn't like, she'll never like Thomas. She don't like him. She'll tolerate him because, you know, her fiance, at this point, fiance, that's his son. She tolerates him, but do I think she'll ever like him? No. Krista and Thorsten have so much. They do. I kind of wish they would have explored the whole Taylor and Ridge thing. But then at the same time, do I want Ridge to be part of that triangle? Because the roads always lead back to Brooke. Always. Jay Money said no, Paris definitely turned Thomas down. He told her he basically had a crush on her and wanted to get with her, and she turned him down. Okay. The one said Beyonce and Thomas are drunk in love. That's funny. That is hilarious. Tana Novlin was in one of those Liberty Mutual commercials, the Liberty Bibbity. Oh my God, that is so hilarious. It's an unforgettable commercial. At first I thought Thope was a love story. Now it's turned out to be something sleazy. Exactly, Gabe. Everybody thought that. It broke the internet. The week of July 10th broke the internet. Especially Twitter. They were trending all over the place. Non-soap watchers, people that never watched soaps, found out about Hope and started watching Bold and Beautiful. And then they twisted into this whole crazy thing, I guess, you know. So, yeah. If this doesn't work out, what do you think of Thomas getting close to Luna, or like someone said, Bridget? I don't even think they would put Thomas with Luna. I think they're working to put RJ with Luna. That's what I think. I don't think they're going to put Thomas with Luna. They're going to try to put RJ with Luna. Trying to get that actor a storyline. You know, so. Plus, they're going to be sharing secrets with each other later this week. You know what I'm saying? So. Okay, let's see. Sheila is going to be Hope's stepmom. Bridezilla is coming. This is going to get crazy. Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about that in a minute before I end this live. I think that Steffy has better chemistry with Liam than she does with Finn. Really? Okay. Melissa Sowers responded to the comment that Brooke will seduce Thomas to keep... Ooh, I hope not. Oh, girl, no. I hope not. Jay said the one Finn was in a commercial before he was on B&B. Yeah, he was. Gabe said, I love Liberty Bibbity, but his acting is not on par with Scott Clifton. Ooh, really? Okay. Todd says, I know Finn will forgive Steffy when those kisses come out, and they need to. He's going to be angry, but he'll go after Little Puke. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. It'd be interesting if both Thomas and Finn come after Liam at the same time. Get him in that same back room where Ridge got a hold the deacon. And Brooke was standing back the time. Don't hurt him. Don't hurt him. Stop, Ridge. You're going to hurt him. And Ridge looking like, wait, you take it up for him? Yeah, that area down there. Tell Liam, hey, meet me in the back there. I want to holler at you for a minute. And next thing you know, both Finn and Thomas be back there. Let's not promote violence, okay? It's just all in good soap fun. Sheila's going to be the version of Roger Thorpe from Guiding Light. She's gotten away with so much like Roger did, but Roger was at least able to see his daughter, Blake. I never watched Guiding Light. I was basically a YNR B&B fan. But hey, if those in the comments know what Cheryl is referring to, you know, give her a thumbs up. Black Seductress. Everybody they're telling Finn to get rid of Sheila, but I don't see anyone helping him out. Exactly. I said that last week. What y'all telling this man to find a way to get Sheila gone? It's like ain't nobody got that girl gone in 30 years on 2 shows in Genoa City, Wisconsin and in Los Angeles, California. What you think Finn is going to do? Nothing. Especially since he got a connection with this woman. Wait a minute. Okay, J and B, these people are grown people. If I tell you I only want a physical relationship and ask if you agree and you okay with that and you accept the terms, that's your dang fault. No sympathy. Well, I mean, you could look at it both ways. The problem with that is you're talking about somebody who's going through therapy right now. So I wouldn't, if there's somebody that's agreeing to something and they might, especially the type of therapy Thomas is going through, I don't know if I would be able to put those terms in front of somebody that maybe, like, even Taylor said it. Taylor said he is still going through therapy right now. He's not done. He's still in process. So putting something that heavy on the table with a person in the middle of process, it would be more responsible for myself because I could end up causing problems that affect me too. What if Thomas go to Dark Thomas and try to do something? You know what I'm saying? So I got to protect me by putting things on the table that person might not be able to accept. I wouldn't want to put my own self in a dangerous situation by putting myself in the middle of something that maybe both of us aren't seeing eye to eye on. That's just me. I wouldn't do it. If I know a man that I'm not interested in is professing love with me, I don't care how good the sex is. I see it as a potential problem because I'm a type of person, I tend to look ahead. I look before I leap. And I know this is soaps, right? But me, myself, if a man is laying all that in front of me and I'm really not interested in him, I'm not about to use you. I'm not about to take your money. Just because you like me, I'm be like, But that's just my level of integrity. Hope is like, well, hey, he said, okay, let's do it. Let's get in the bed. I'm having fun. I know he probably, I heard what he said. I couldn't do it. Unless Thomas take Luna from RJ once they get into a rivalry. They could make a three-way, but I just don't see that. I mean, I think Melissa said, I think Belle is going to find a way to erase everything that happened with Thomas and Hope now that he's back. Well, it would be interesting to see if they go that route. Gabe said, is Luna connected to Amber? Remember, Thomas dated Amber. I don't know. We're gonna start getting some hints because she's gonna start revealing some secrets to RJ starting this week of October 2nd through the 6th. So she's gonna start leaking some things. So we gotta pay attention and see what's the deal with this lady. I honestly believe there's something up with Claire Grace over on The Young and the Restless too. That girl looks sneaky. And honestly, with this whole thing with Adam and Nicholas and Sally, Adam is an assistant to Nate. And then this new Claire Grace is an assistant to Nikki. It would be nice if they actually gave Claire Grace as the new girl attention for Adam. Get him out of that situation with Sally. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section for the Y&R fans. Alright, I want Liam to bust Hope and Thomas in that dusty cabin. You know what? The thing is, Thomas has not been to that cabin. She's always coming to his house. But that would be interesting. ID says, Melissa Spencer, there was a spoiler on Brooke with Thomas. I was like, no way. J Money said to ID, Brooke with Thomas in what way? Okay, so y'all having a whole conversation there. Okay. Nico says, I don't know what episode that person was watching, but again, let me set them straight. Yes, Thomas admit to Paris that he had feelings for her, but decided not to pursue those feelings because of Zende. Let's see. IDJ Money, Brooke is supposed to take him to bed. Oh, God, I hope not. Please, I haven't seen anything on that. I have not seen anything on that about Brooke sleeping with Thomas. Oh, let's not do that. She better not get him intoxicated or something. Oh my God, you slept with my mother? But that's going to destroy not only Thomas and Hope. That's going to destroy Ridge too. They engaged. How you going to go sleep with his son? Not saying that, it won't happen, but I wonder if the soaps will change now that the regular writers are back. That's a good question, DeJuan. On both shows, because Josh Griffiths was doing all of the writing for Young and the Restless this summer with the strike. And then they had Fight Core writers for the other show. I don't know. I hope not. We'll see. Writers will put Lope back. Get ready. It's coming. Probably so. Yeah, I saw the comments. Yeah, I saw it, Jay. That's why I was... Claire Gray says that she's related to a family member named Campbell. Yeah, but I'm curious to find out if they would make her a love interest for Adam. They're both assistants. So if he's Nate's assistant and then she is and she's Nikki's assistant, I think that would be pretty cool. The writers, they are going to stoop so low. Brooke and Thomas sleeping together, so hopefully Thomas alone for good. Yeah, that's bad. I hope not. Y'all gotta send me these spoilers, y'all. If you, like I say, go over to Instagram, type in CBS Soap Dish Recap. Follow me, and if you come across this type of stuff, drop it in my DMs, and just put in there, hey, spoiler alert. Just type in spoiler alert, and then I'll check it out. Okay. Yep. Luna going to be Thomas' child from his wife. He married to keep him from being deported. What? Really? Oh, we'll see. Where y'all getting this stuff from? Luna is Asian. Thomas' wife was Gabrielle was Hispanic. Make that make sense. You can't believe every spoiler you hear. Yeah, Gabe says Thomas' first wife was Hispanic, not Asian. So Luna couldn't be his. Cheryl said that would kill... that would unalive Ridge, Thomas, and Hope. I know, right? That would break up a lot of folks. It's possible because she did seduce Deacon to get him away from Bridget. Dewana says Luna kind of looked like Quinn, so I wonder if Quinn was on the phone. Adam needs a new love interest. Yes, he does. And after looking at tomorrow's episode, that whole thing, Nicholas, you get everything that you deserve in this situation. This is your fault. Sorry, this is your fault. Because you got involved in a relationship that wasn't quite over. And even while you were dating her, in December, those two ended up sleeping together. She got pregnant by your brother. You continued to date her, sleep with her while she was still carrying your brother's child. You went through all of that. And then you got the nerve to be mad talking about, oh my God, you did this to me. How dare you? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, she did it. She been playing both of y'all. Two in the middle. So I have zero sympathy for Nick Newman. So if you haven't seen tomorrow's episode, go check it out. If you can't, then you'll see it tomorrow on October 3rd's episode. Just crazy. It's just ridiculous. Alright, let me get through these comments and then we're going to talk about She-Con. That's why I put it on the screen. Thomas hates Brooke. He wouldn't do that unless he was yeah. That's where they said about Brooke. Brooke would try to bid one of the Foresters. Yeah, who knows? Jay, it wouldn't surprise me. Monique said, I know Thomas gets tired of people bringing up his past. It's getting irritating. He knows what he did. He doesn't need to be reminded every single time. Nick and Adam are always fighting over the same woman. Sally has been she's been in between not only them, but she also came in between the Spencer brothers too. Wyatt And she's been between Liam. And she was also the interloper in Liam and Steffy's marriage. Which is, of course, why Steffy went to sleep with Bill. Because she was up on the ground and rocks and concrete kissing Liam, thinking that they were on their deathbed. I hate how Sally blurted out, Adam kissed me like she... Exactly. J Money, come on. Come on. He kissed me. How about y'all kissed? Nick, what she should have said is we kissed, not he kissed me. Because you've been thinking about it, you've been conflicted about it, you've been dreaming about it for the last week. Okay, that's a question. I would rather see Taylor and Deacon more than Sheila and Deacon. Sally also was with Thomas. Yes, that is correct. She did her rounds, absolutely. Stick with tea here and soap and a few others. Okay, so we're going to move away from that one because we spent a whole hour. And I usually, when I do the lives during the week, I usually do about an hour because I like having my evenings, plus I have to eat too. But I do want to touch on the Sheehan situation. Now, I got to say, I'm surprised at Sheila. And they threw out the word redemption. And I'm like, are they going to try to go on a redemption thing with Sheila? The problem with that is nobody, and I mean absolutely nobody, is going to accept Deacon being married to Sheila Carter. Nope. And if Hope accepted, then she's coming up to a whole new level of being this newly found woman with new ideas and say, hey, be with who you love or who you want to be with and all of that. If she accepts it, then, and I have a feeling she will. I mean, honestly, because Sheila is saying it too much. And I've known with soap operas, usually when something is being emphasized, it's either going to come true or the opposite is going to happen. So, with her saying, your daughter, I wouldn't be a bit surprised Hope accepted. Because she's with Thomas. She would be a hypocrite. And she's supposed to be having this new mentality of choosing who you should be with and go with your heart and all this kind of stuff, right? So, Nico said, now Sheehan makes more sense than throw up Thomas and Hope. Oh my God, you are not, Nico. You are not a dope fan. Monique said, if Sheila is the one making a valid point with Deacon about how their relationship would affect Hope, then something is wrong. Exactly. Here's the other thing. One thing we know about about Sheila Carter. Sheila Carter has been known as either a sociopath or a psychopath, right? One thing that is a consistent trait about a sociopath, a psychopath, is that they have zero empathy. What we saw today was empathy. Putting yourselves in the other person's shoes to see how something could go wrong, see how it could affect them. Sociopaths, psychopaths do not, and I mean, I'll repeat for people in the back to hear me, do not have empathy at all. Now, some people might say, well, they'll fake empathy just to get something. I didn't see that in this scene. I honestly saw Sheila actually saying, look, no, man, you don't want to do this. You're going to lose everything by getting with me. I'm trying to get back with my son. You have your daughter. You have access to it. I don't want to be the cause of that going away. This man is begging her to marry him. And she kept pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. And he's like, nope, let me do it. I'll take care. I'll protect myself. You don't need to protect me. This is my choice. I want to be happy. You're my match. You accept all of me. You accept the bad, the good, everything. Everybody else see me as a criminal, as a victim, whatever. You're the one person in this world that see me for who I am and don't care. You know what I'm saying? So I'm wondering what are they trying to do with Sheila? Are they cleaning her up for the moment? Cleaning her up for the moment, and then maybe she'll do something down the road. What are they doing? Now, I've also heard that and this is a rumor, this is not a spoiler, but I've heard people talking about the fact, is Deacon setting her up? My question is, setting her up for what? What, to get another secret out of her or something? I mean, he was the one that talked to the judge in jail to get her out. So if he's trying to set her up, why would you use your connections to get her out of jail in order to put her back in? You could just tell your judge friend, leave her there, since he owe you one. Lock her up, throw away the key for the next 30 years, right? He didn't do that. He wanted out. So I didn't get that part. I don't understand why people are saying, well, he's setting her up. If he's friends with the judge could have threw her under the prison. That's just my thought. So I honestly think that they're trying to make a couple out of these two. They are really trying to make a couple out of these two. I'm glad I'm catching the B&B portion. Nana, we didn't do a Young and the Restless portion. It was all about Bold today. We were talking little brief snippets about Young and the Restless, but we were talking nothing but Bold. I agree that Forrester and Spencer's will not accept Sheila because of her mad past and misdeeds. Nope. Monique said, is it me or was the same dialogue Deacon was speaking to Sheila was the same words Thomas used with Hope? It sure sound like it. Cheryl said, she did tell Deacon that she was bad. Exactly. She really tried to turn him down. Cheryl, you're exactly right. She said, I don't deserve this. I'm a bad person. I don't even think I deserve. You don't want to be associated and married to somebody like me. She tried to pull herself out. And he was like, I don't care. I want to be with you. You're going to be my wife. I love you, Sheila. But you said that you wanted me to go away. I don't know why I'm even proposing, but I'm shocked myself. But I realize I love it. I think that's the word Judge Judy used, kerfuffled. It's got me confused, discombobulated. What are other words that you can choose to say? What the heck are y'all talking about? So, let me see. She did tell Deacon she was bad. You know it's real when Sheila's making more sense than Deacon. Exactly, Allison. Shanda said, I don't think it was empathy out of manipulation to get into the family. That doesn't make any sense, though, Shanda. You know, because she was on her way out the door. She even said, what is this? You wanted me gone. Now you want me to stay? I don't know. It's going to be curious. Deacon is crazy too, not just Sheila. I mean, they both got history. Both of them are pretty jailbirds. Both of them done some crazy things. Oh, yeah. They might be two peas in a pod. Cheryl said, can Sheila be redeemed? Okay, you know what? Let me see if I can't pin that comment, because I was going to leave that comment up there and see what y'all say. Cheryl Hines said, can Sheila be redeemed? If you think she can be redeemed, drop a 1 in the comment section. If you don't think she can be redeemed at all, drop a 2. All right, so there you go. Maybe they could have Thomas and Bridget get together. Oh, idea. I just went to soap her and Brooke and Thomas thing wasn't a spoiler. It was a speculation article, meaning that they were coming up with things that they could see happening, but it's not a spoiler. I guess Sheila has him begging harder than Keith Sweat. That's funny, Dewan. Hope and Deacon are playing a dangerous game. I see something very bad coming for father and daughter. They better really mean what they saying. Thomas and Sheila team up. Well, they teamed up before against Brooke with the whole label. That's how Steffy ended up in that alley listening, when she should have left and chased her brother and not confront Sheila. Deacon and Sheila are star-crossed lovers. Whatever happens, it will be tragic. Someone is going to be unalive to get hurt. Nana says Deacon setting her up doesn't make sense. Yeah, it doesn't, because the judge could have just kept her in jail. Okay, J-Man, because okay, that's a conversation for him. Nana Rob said, oh no, let's talk with your friendly neighborhood cat lady. Wow, that's an interesting YouTube name. Obviously, you like cats. Hey, come make sure you subscribe, cat lady, because Keisha, who's my longtime co-host, she is absolutely a cat fan. She have cats. She posts things on Instagram that has cats. So you would absolutely love her. She'll be back on Friday when we do our full live. Joanne says Sheila can get close enough and put a listening device somewhere and find out about those kisses. I hope she do find out about Liam's kisses. Dewan said Taylor and Devon. Taylor and Devon. Oh, you mean Deacon would have failed. I think Sheila and Deacon would fail. Okay. Hey, Bree girl. Dewan said to beg worse than Keith Sweat is some serious begging. I know, right, Nana? Just got off work. Sorry I'm late. Yeah, we just been talking a lot of bold stuff. Because did you see that episode yet? I know you just got off work. And your boyfriend is in the chat. J Money is in here too. Because J Money was really trying to shoot his shot on Friday in the live. So, I'm just joking with y'all. Just joking. Okay, so Allison says 2. Nana says 2. Shanda says 2. Gabe says 2. ID says 2. Joanne says 1. J Money says 1. Dewan said Deacon and Sheila are crazy in love. Yeah, I should. If they get their next love scene, maybe the next clip I do on my reel on Instagram is have Beyonce dangerously in love in the background. Bree says, hi, J Money. Just got out work. How's it going? Look at y'all. Y'all funny. And Bree, you said 2. Melissa said 2. So the majority of you guys think that Sheila is non-redeemable. Non-redeemable. Okay. Well, we'll see what they gonna do, because putting these two together for a marriage. How they gonna go get married? Are y'all gonna throw a big wedding? Or y'all just gonna go down to City Hall? That's what my question is. I wonder how Bold is gonna pull this off. Are they gonna secretly get married? Maybe elope? Hey, send them to Vegas. I would love to see Sheila and Deacon in Vegas. They probably would have a ball. They're two wild people. They would probably have a ball in Vegas. Send them off to Vegas. But I'm wondering how they would do that. Would they get married at City Hall or have something small at Ir Giardino? It'd be something if Deacon goes up to Finn and say, hey, I got a request from you. And Finn would be like, what? I would like to get your, how they say it when they talk to the dads? Blessing. I would like to get your blessing to marry your mom, Sheila. He gonna probably be like, my mom who? Lee? No, your mom Sheila. I would like to see Finn's face when he finds out that Deacon is marrying his mother. That would be hilarious. Ridge's head and Brooke's head and Bill's head and Steffi's head is going to pop off. It's going to go poof. Their heads are going to explode. Cheryl put a 1 in the comment. Okay, Cheryl. Sapphire. Hey, Sapphire. I am most definitely a Thope fan. I want to see Hope and Tommy Boy go all the way as a couple. Well, they're not quite a couple yet, Sapphire, because he's in love with her, and she just wants friends with benefits. So, we'll see. We'll see, girl. But welcome to the chat. Sheila's too far gone. I love her, but she can't be happy for too long. She'll lose Deacon. Yeah, I can agree with that. Girl, you exhausted? Long day? Well, you can replay this since you came in, because I came on about a little over an hour ago. Black says, I hate this storyline. Sheila needs to be locked up forever. She don't deserve a second chance. Okay, cat lady, thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm glad you subscribed. Make sure you turn on your notifications. Because, listen, we do live recaps over here daily. So I did The Young and the Restless earlier. We do spoilers, hot early spoilers, live chats, cast updates. We do it all over here. Okay? So we have a big old party, especially on Friday nights. This live is just, I usually pop in when I have a hot topic to talk about, but usually, other than that, I'll just wait till Friday night. Okay? But I'm glad you subscribed. Make sure your noties are turned on. Your notifications. I call them noties. Bree sound like you could use a nice, hot, relaxing bath, perhaps with some bubbles and a massage. Oh my God. Y'all. My two moderators, do I have to set y'all up on a blind date? Bree, Jay, listen, Bree, you see him? He up there offering you bubble baths and a massage, girl. I'm going to have the live play in the background while I drive. I got it on. Okay, cool. Be careful on the road, okay? Jones said, do you remember when Ridge was adjusting one of the models and Thomas was there and smiled? Yep, I remember. Taji says Sheila can't be redeemed. She told Deacon as much as we know Sheila wants Steffy out of the way. I don't believe Sheila will have anything with Finn. You know what I wonder? I wonder is Deacon trying to keep her preoccupied? Maybe he feels that as long as he's married to her and keep loving on her and they had their little sessions in the little bedroom or whatever, and maybe he, in his head, he's thinking that he can kind of rein her in a little bit, but I don't think that's going to work. I don't know, Deacon. I don't know, Deacon. Deacon is attracted to wacky ladies. He did marry Quinn. Yeah, he did. Good day, everyone. Got to get back to work. Okay, Monique. You can always come back and listen to the replay. Thanks for stopping. Sheila Carter has done too many bad things. That judge could marry... that. You're right, Gabe. You are right. They could... that could be another favor. You are correct. Deacon gonna tell Finn, I've been blowing your mother's back out for months, and I want to make it official. That's funny. That is funny. Who's more... Cheryl said, who's more wacky, Lee or Sheila? Sheila. Oh, Jay Money said Lee is definitely crazy too. Nana said they'll probably go to City Hall, but it wouldn't be a secret for long because Sheila would blow her stack and spill the beans. Of course, and especially now he got to go get a ring. He proposed on the spot. He was like, dang, I need to go get a ring. Gabe says, I mean the judge that got Sheila off those attempts. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying, Gabe. I agree with you. The wedding would probably be on the Halloween episode. Ooh, that would be interesting. Lee, I like her in a few scenes she gets. Gabe says Deacon and Sheila are the real Romeo and Juliet. I think Deacon is playing Sheila and no idea why. He would never do that to Hope and Brooke. He may be... okay, so Joan, we were just talking about that probably about 15 minutes ago. Setting her up for what, though? Because if he wants to put her in jail, he has the judge in his back pocket, too. Outside of what Bill and Ridge could or couldn't do. He could have just told the judge, just keep her in prison for the next 30 years. So why would he ask the judge to get her out of prison in order to set her up to maybe put her back in prison or something else? That didn't make sense to a lot of us. So we kind of talked about that earlier. Todd said, no, I love my Lee. She's good on here. Love her. They don't give her a lot of airtime, though. We need to see more of Lee. They tried to Kim test her with Bill, but that didn't last long. Lee would probably unalive Sheila before she remarry anyway. Oh, that would be a mess, wouldn't it? Where's the ring that he had? That's exactly. Brooke didn't take that ring. What happened to that one? That's what Melissa said, the same thing. Deacon could use the ring he had for Brooke. What if they did do the wedding on Halloween and someone unalive Sheila and it become a whodunit? That would be interesting, but I haven't seen anything about Kimball and Brown leaving the show. So, well, I mean, that is about 3.5 weeks away, so we'll see. But we'll have no villain on the show unless they plan on making Thomas dark again. No, it's not going to work. She is gone. Who are you referring to, Annette? No, it's not going to work. She is gone. Who is gone? Taji says Sheila would do something. Deacon will regret his decision and Hope will not deal with him. And we know Brooke. Yeah, well, we'll see. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Someone we'll see. I hope not. Because I'm a Kimberly Brown fan. I like the fact that she give the Ridge a run for their money. Because they get on my nerves. Somebody need to ruffle Ridge for feathers. Hope Thomas, Sheila, Deacon can all get married in Vegas like Ridge and Shauna. Then blow everyone's mind when they come back. That would be epic. Yeah, but can Hope even get there yet? They haven't even filed divorce papers. They signed them, but they didn't file them. She's still married until they get into the court. The court decree them. The dissolution of marriage decree has been put forward. So no. Let's see. No, I would have had to reveal that she's not unalive, but a few weeks or months you could have the whodunit mystery for a bit. Okay. It's not going to work. Something is going to happen. It's going to be trick or treat. Yeah, so we will see. We will see. All right, I gave y'all an hour and a half. And if you came in late, you can replay this. I only do during the week lives if we have a hot topic. And I'm telling you, this whole thing with Taylor and Thomas and Hope, I just had to talk about that one. Because when she said that she considered her the next young version of her mama, you can go ahead and do that. Yeah, I was like, yeah, we got to talk about this one. How did you get from I choose you, Thomas. I choose you, Thomas. I had an awakening. I want to be with someone that only want me to, we just having fun. I'm not in love with you. Can you accept this? And yeah, if you want to consider me Brooke 2.0 or 3.0, so be it. So, yes, Ellery, watch the replay. We had a good old time over here. The judge didn't need Deacon help. In reality, the judge made the right decision. Or to use a listening device, you have to go before a summons. No one did that. I got you. But why? But the thing is with Deacon and the judge are friends. If Bill and Ridge botched the case up, maybe just as much as he did a favor to get her out, according to what we heard, because that was the whole realization that Sheila had by eavesdropping on the judge and Deacon, is that the storyline stated that Deacon was the one that helped her get out. And then, of course, Sheila was the one that said thank you. So, as far as we know, Deacon, based on the way the script was written last week, Deacon was the one that was able to get her off. And then get her off court-wise. He's been getting her off otherwise, but getting her off on the court side of the world. Yeah, the way they wrote that storyline the last 2 weeks, that it was Deacon was her hero. So that's all I can go by. You know what I'm saying? And so why would he get her out if he's setting her up? So that's just my thought. I need to give Jay. Oh my God, Bree is not listening. She'll probably listen on the replay. But I'm going to read, Bree, if you're listening to this on the replay. Jay Money said, I need to give Bree an hour and a half. Just kidding. Don't hate me, Bree. Oh, my God, Jay. You are so funny. Annette says Sheila's gone. Yes, they need to get rid of someone else. Yep. Nikki's assistant was probably a victim or someone close to her. Okay. Thanks so much. I really enjoyed it. Looking forward to you doing more. Yeah, I don't do these often. Like I said, I usually do them. I enjoyed you guys coming in as well. All 75. We got up to 90 people. It's almost like, well, we almost did one of our Friday ones. But I appreciate y'all coming in talking about Hope and Thomas. Hope and Thomas and Tay Tay. What do you think? How it would be with the right? Yeah, that's a good question, Joan. I'm wondering if they're gonna switch up everything on both shows. You know. Oh, right quick before I go. What did you guys think about the interaction between Victoria and Adam by the elevator? I thought it was freaking hilarious. She threw shots at Adam. Adam waited till she got finished and he threw shots back. He was like, I don't trust you either. And I don't buy this goody act right now. And then he said, would you like to get on the elevator? And she was like, no, I'll take the next one. And then he turned around and was smiling and waved goodbye as the door closed. I thought that scene was freaking hilarious. I wish we get more scenes between Amelia Hindley and Mark Grossman. We always see them at each other's throat when there's other people in the room, right? Or Victoria is always talking to somebody else about Adam. But when Adam and her have a face-off like they did, kind of a mini face-off, like they did at that elevator in today's episode, oh my God, that was so funny. I enjoyed every minute of that. So, yes. Can't wait until Friday live. See, yeah, Melissa, we have a party over there. A party. I see Brooke ain't the only one pissed off and upset. I can't wait. Well, here's the thing. Those two ladies, Brooke and Taylor. I like calling her Tay. Brooke and Taylor were, they're going to get into it. Because Brooke is, of course, Taylor's going to blame Hope. Because she started it. She don't even know the whole story. Brooke knows that girl was coming after Thomas and had interest in him. And then you want to turn around and say it's not her fault? Stop. Come on, Brooke. Oh, yeah, listen. Stay tuned for the recaps and stuff on that. But yeah, we'll be back on Friday night. Yes, that was a hilarious exchange between Adam and Victoria. His interaction with Nate was really fun too. I want to see more scenes like that with Victoria and Adam. Oh my God, that was hilarious. And he was trying to be nice. He was like, would you like to take the elevator down? And then she goes into this whole throwing darts. And he let her get her darts out. And then he came and pulled his darts out. And then say, hey, would you like to take the elevator? No, I'll take the next one. Okay, cool. Bye. It was hilarious. I was rolling. I might go and find that scene and post it on my Instagram because I thought that was the funniest thing ever. Yeah, Adam got jokes. I wonder what Luna's secret is. Could be a Logan. Yeah, we'll see. Because they're going to kind of open it up this week. So, alright, you guys. I'm on the Central Time Zone. It is 5:40 here. 5:39, 5:40. I am going to get me some grub. I'm going to find me something to eat for dinner. I usually like to try to eat before 6 o'clock. I don't like eating late. So I don't want, that's why I usually get off these lives by 5, but we were having a good time over here, so. All right. Amelia Heine and Margot and Prime, I bet they were cracking up. I bet they were, sure. When they said cut, I bet the two of them were rolling. Yes, they were. But that interaction where no Victor, no Nikki, no Nicholas, no, just the two of them going back and forth, that was beautiful. Beautiful timing. I love this time. One last comment. I think Luna is Lee's daughter. A lot of people are saying that. We'll see, though. We will see. Yeah, Janet, I wish I could go in the afternoon, on Fridays, but we usually like to make it a Friday night. People, they get their little wine, they kick back after a long work week, and plus, we talk about the entire week. Otherwise, I'll be going live every day talking about Young and the Restless and Bold and Beautiful. That's why I do some of the videos are as short as 4 minutes up to like maybe 8 minutes that I post the recaps. But yeah. So listen, before we go, make sure that you're subscribed here. Make sure your notifications are turned on here. If you have Instagram, follow me on Instagram at CBS Soap Dish Recap. If you have TikTok, follow me over there. CBS Soap Dish Recap 7, I think. Yes. I'm on X, which used to be Twitter. You can follow me over there as well. You can also follow me on Threads. That's a new Meta platform because I post stuff over there too. And then there's a blog. So usually the day, but I get the day before episodes of The Young and the Restless. So the October 3rd blog is up for The Young and the Restless. It was up probably about an hour and a half ago. I usually post those a day ahead because Canada gets The Young and the Restless a day before the United States do. So a lot of us kind of get a heads up of what's going to happen in the next episode. But there's a blog. CBS Soap Dish Spoilers is the blog at Blogspot. No, at blogger.com, not Blogspot. Blogger. So blog, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, X, and YouTube. Alright, you guys? That was a long time coming because you always see Victoria talking about Adam, but you don't see them interacting much. T, you should do a poll to see if your fans would like a Friday afternoon. They might like a Friday afternoon show, but I can't do a Friday afternoon show. And my co-hosts can't do it. Trish and Keisha, I get off earlier than they do, but I also have errands I usually run before I do the live, you know what I mean? Friday is a busy day, Friday and Saturday. So I usually have errands that I run before I do the live on Friday afternoons. On Friday evenings. So, yeah, I know. But yeah. Yeah, Bree got to work. She works till 5. Trish works till 5 or 6, and then Keisha works too. So, yeah, that'll be kind of rough. We have to do 7 o'clock usually. Okie dokie. All right, you guys. So. You know what, Jay? If I'm free and clear, which, just say I got everything taken care of and I'm just kicking back and it's a hot topic, I might. But the problem is with the weekly live, I got the co-hosts. And, I've been doing this podcast for 4 years now, before I came to YouTube. So, that includes Keisha started the podcast with me back in 2019. So, usually when she's on, it's usually after she got off work. And then Trish came aboard when Keisha was deployed, because, Keisha's in the military. So, when she was deployed for 6 months, Trish came on and filled in for her, and then she became a permanent fixture to the podcast. Except, when they got stuff going on and things happen or whatever. So, yep. Okie dokie, guys. I'm going to let you go. It's now 5:45, and you guys have a wonderful evening or magnificent Monday, and stay tuned for the recaps for the rest of the week, the live chat, and all of the spoilers, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.